What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chaz Custom Model Cars coming at you guys with another exciting model kit review, and this one is on the Crew Chief 125th scale Blazer by AMT, which is a reissue kit by round 2 scale models. This one, as it says here in the bottom, it's been outfitted as an engineer's wagon, but there's many other options and parts that you can make this into your own. Instead of this is kind of like a 2-in-1 or a 3-in-1 kind of kit, so a lot of price gouging going on eBay for this kind of kit. So having this in my collection is pretty great. I just went into Hobby Lobby looking to get myself a kit, either the gas or wagon, and if I found this, then I was going to get this one. But this is I've been looking for a long while. I'm a big fan of this style of Blazer and everything like that. So I got it for decent price. Didn't have to pay the full $26 or whatever it was. I got $10 off this, 40% off, so paid only $16. So pretty stoked that it's part of my collection. And then on top of that, I ended up picking up the ramp truck that you guys have already seen the review on that one. So but yeah, pretty excited about this one. Now on a scale of 1 through 10, I do give this kit a medium 8. Just looking over a lot of the parts, looks like there's going to be some fit issues, but it looks like it's going to build up to be a great build, so I'm not worried about that. There's a lot of flash on this, but other than that, it's still a great kit. So show you guys the box art, which is here. You got the dude about to close his tailgate or something. Then on this side, you've got your information. You got your picture of your toolbox, your hard hats, and your all-terrain tires. And then the box art on each side is the same there as it is here. On this side, though, you have it with the top down. You've got your spare tire, different engine parts to hop up your engine, which is a big block 350. And then on the bottom here, you have your information and a picture of your parts, or a diagram of all your parts and stuff that's included in this box in this kit. So let's go ahead and crack this box open and share with you guys what's inside. Here we go. Upon opening the box, you'll see that it's filled to the brim, loaded with a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is your metal axles. I know it's just axles, but I think there's a way that you can do without these. So, but anyways, so you got your metal axles, which these were actually attached to the tires, are like different pockets, but I wanted to check out the tires and everything like that. So anyways, so this one comes in 3 pockets. You've got your clear red tail lights and your other clear parts here. So 3 pockets, very nice. You have your only chrome tree here. You have your first set of first bag of clear white parts. Your first bag of parts molded in white, or kind of like an off-white. It's a break from all the AMT, known as the gray AMT kind of thing that AMT is known for. So there you go, there's that. This is your second bag of parts. Then you have your body, and then you have your tires, which comes in 2 sets. Remember not to lose any. Down here you have your instructions, and what's really nice is the decals are in its own plastic bag instead of out and about. And then you have your match and paint guide, which is pretty handy if you're trying to build it, stock or replicate something. This is a nice little catalog as well. And then you have your mail-in offer, so you can join their club or something, or get a catalog or something. So by round 2 models. And then, of course, you get the little model box replication here. So that's pretty cool in itself. So the instructions are pretty nice. Got a little detail, or a little bit of story here, a little information, and then you have your assembly going on here. So a lot of stuff going on with this kit, a lot of stuff. So, and then you have your paint colors up in here, and then you got your other stuff down here in round 2 models, of course. And then here you have the final assembly in the back. So just 2 pages, folds out, you know, goes like from here and all the way down and so on and so forth. So there you have that. And then the decals itself are pretty nice. Here's the instructions on how to apply them and whatnot. So that comes in different languages as well. So you got your little wax paper. And here's your decals, which is nicely printed. So you get 2 sets of, or 3 sets of license plates. You get some nice graphics, pinstriping. You've got like different tags for different businesses and stuff like that. So that is pretty cool. Okay, on this first bag of parts that we're going to talk about, this one has your front seat and rear seat, along with your tailgate, which has got some nice raised lettering to it. A lot of nice raised detail in the seats as well. Just got to clean up all the flash that goes along with it. So you can always, you know, use your own seats or whatever, but these look pretty cool. There you go. On this tree, you have your spare tire rack with your spare tire rim, which your tire, this goes in your tire, of course. This, along with these ones, are the rims for the back of your tires. There's your center console. These are the armrests to the rear bench seat. Your tailgate hinges. This is your body frame support that goes underneath. Steering wheel, the seat backs to the front seats in the rear, and of course the rims again. So very nice texture detail and everything like that. Very, very nice on everything. Looks pretty cool. So there you go. So it's easy to, you know, so when you paint it, it doesn't look like smooth plastic, you know what I mean? So, and I'm glad you don't have to see the stamp, so that's going to be hidden, so I don't need to remove that. Now, the hood is very nicely molded. Just got some flash to clean up, some little sink spots to clean up here and there. It's got molded in hinges, which of course you can make your own. Little center panel you can cut out for your velocity stacks. Some hood detail here and there. I don't see any ejector pin marks. Maybe a couple on here and one over here, but overall it's a pretty nice hood. And then on this tree you have the inner tailgate. Your dashboard, which has got nice parts and nice detail, which just a little tip, you can pick those out using black wash and everything like that, and then pick it out from there. Does need some cleanup around the edges. Overall really nice. And here's your interior tub, again with the texture, without having it like smooth plastic, which is a pretty nice touch. Then you got all the ribbing and detail going on here. Then you got the hole punched through for your shifter if you're not going to use the center console. So there you go. You just got to clean up these injector pin marks, which is a shame. But the other thing too is the door panels are molded in, but it's got nice detail, very shallow but very nice. The pedals, thankfully, are not molded in, so that's a plus. Then you got this rail right here that's nicely detailed as well. So a lot of stuff to detail and to work your magic with. Here on the second bag of parts, you have your camper shell with the opening back end to it, which of course the hinges are right here, but you can scratch build your own if you want. And if you do use these, you got to remove the tabs. These are your custom exhaust and your stock air cleaner. Now this has got really nice texture and everything on the outside and also on the inside, but the thing that lets me down about this, being such a wonderful piece, is when you flip it upside down, you see these unsightly sink marks, and I have no idea how to remove that without having to remove the textured detail, which is really nice and accurate to the real thing. Plus you got grease marks all over it too, like they had a problem with releasing it from the mold or something. So, but overall, I mean, it's pretty nice, but it'd be a lot nicer if those wasn't there. This tree has your stock exhaust with the overlay pipe. Oh, overlay pipe? Yeah, I think it's overlay pipe. Something like that. It connects this into the header and all that sort of stuff. So, and I believe this is your custom exhaust. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking what those are. And they need to be cleaned up as well. There's a little bit of flash on them. This one has all your engine parts. You got your 2 engine halves, your starter. Not sure what that little canister is. You got your headers. All very nice, detailed, big transmission there. Valve covers, which is great that they're not molded in chrome. Then you got your heads, your cylinder heads. You got your fan, radiator hose, your oil pan, transfer case, your water pump, battery, custom exhaust, your custom manifold, pulley, and then a custom air cleaner, which has got some nice ribbing to it. And then you get the 4-wheel drive thing here, which fell off the tree, so I have to be careful with that and don't lose it. A lot of nice detail in it, but a lot of cleanup involved. This kit does not have engine mount, so you might have to construct your own and just patch up that hole. So that's all you got to do, which that hole connects to this little doodad here, which you can remove. The chassis is molded very nicely overall. It does need some cleanup on some certain areas, and the tabs removed here. So there's another spot here to clean. Same with on this side here. It's pretty heavy. But there you go, and it's got a molded in fuel tank. But again, a lot of nice detail. And then last but not least on this tree, you have the rest of your parts here. This is for your spare tire. You have your steering link. You've got your springs and shocks, steering arm, the pitman arm, your leaf springs for the front, I believe, drive shaft, more shocks and springs here like racing springs. You got your front spindles here. I believe that this might be the heater or something, and I'm not sure what that piece is. And then you've got your rear leaf springs, and then you've got your front and rear axle halves there that you have to glue together, and hopefully it works out well. It's got a lot of textured detail going on. You do have to remove the tabs, but there is some cleanup that is needed. So of course, and then your drive shafts here. So at least the drive shafts are not skinny, but yeah, there you go. The chrome tree has a lot of nice little parts that are chromed and everything like that. I don't see that much flash except for maybe down below where the shifters are and everything like that, but looks like very minimal cleanup. But you have your front and rear stock bumpers. So this is the front, this is the rear. It's got some nice raised detail. There's your shifters, your rear view mirror, and your spotlight. There you go. And you got carburetors here. Doesn't show on the instructions these 2 carburetors. So, but anyway, so here's your hard hats molded in chrome. These are your driving lights. Your toolbox. These 2 are your gas caps for your fuel tanks here. And then you got your towing bar, more driving lights. This towing bar goes in the front actually. Not sure what that little part is. This is your timing belt cover. Not sure what these 2 are. But there's your tach and your alternator. Again, your fuel tanks, which has got nice details and everything like that. You got your stock wheels here, one being your spare. And then you've got your custom rims here. These are deep dish steelies. Okay, one of them is actually not chrome, so I wish they would include all of them being chrome, but it's all good. The one is molded in white. But anyway, so you got your badges here. You got more badges over here. Your velocity stacks. This is your manifold that the velocity stacks sit on. So there you go. Now AMT does make a metal version of these. So if you're going to use these, the best advice is use the metal ones. Here's your front stock grille. That's all it comes with is a stock one. But that's the end of that. But really nice. Nicely chromed and molded. Now, as far as your tires go, you get 2 sets. You get your stock street tires and you get your all-terrains, of course. And I got to put my light on for this because there's a lot of details to show it to you guys. I'm very happy with these tires. I couldn't be any more happier. I wish Revell would be the same way, but that's Revell. They all have their own little thing. For the street tires, it's got some really nice a detail on the side, some Goodyear lettering. Also on this side as well. Not a lot of flash. They're hollowed out vinyl. And you've got some nice tread detail. So not a lot of cleanup at all. But you can sand it down for a more realistic look. All-terrain tires, same thing. Very nice raised lettering, front and back. And the sidewall detail is just, wow. Just mind-boggling. Looks really nice. And then you got your tread detail here. So very nice. Okay, we're not going to talk about these. These are just metal axles. Just putting it there. On this tree, you have your front windshield, your headlights, and your spotlight here. Spotlight lens, I should say. Very clean and crisp and clear windows. Not a lot of flash. Only around the headlights. But that's easy to clean up. But look at that. That's just nice and shiny. So it's best to keep these in the bag in their little pockets the way they are. On this tree, you have your rear camper shell window. Then you got your 2 sides here. Again, very crisp and clear, very nice. Then you got your driving lights on the top there. So, and that's got nice detail in it as well. And then last but not least, this is your clear red parts, which is your tail lights, your only tail lights you have. So, and they got some tabs, so you could just pop it in and go from there. So that's pretty cool. And then here we have the body. It's got some nice, detail here and there. I'm not a big fan of this big gaping opening in the firewall. I don't think it's like that on the real truck. But yeah, not a big fan of that. But you have your molded in detail there as much as the front here. And molded in radiator detail there. And there's your radiator right there. It's a very small radiator. And you get some other molded in detail here and there. Molded in wipers, door handles, and marker lights. They added some bracing here and there to keep it from warping and breaking. But overall, it seems like a pretty nice little body. You do have to clean up the injector pin marks that's on the inner fenders there. As you can see, this one's full of grease. And then there's one there. Overall, you're not going to see the one under here, so... But it looks pretty decent for what it is, you know what I mean? Well, my friends, that concludes the model kit review on the Crew Chief. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And what would you do if you had a kit like this? I mean, what would you do with it and that sort of stuff, you know? I would like to know your guys' ideas. I have a pretty good idea what I'm going to do with this thing, so... And I'm going for the racing version, of course. But, yeah, overall, it's a pretty nice kit. I mean, minus the flash and a lot of, mold lines and ejector pin marks in places it shouldn't be. But overall, it's a pretty nice kit. I'm going to enjoy building it, so as I always do. But anyways, so yeah, that concludes the model kit review. And got another one coming up and more videos and that sort of deal. So, like I always say to you guys, keep your heads up no matter what through all the struggles. Keep hope, keep faith, keep up the great work, keep on building those models, keep having fun, keep doing what you're doing, keep being positive, keep being true to yourself, keep the hobby alive. And if you have beefs or any ego tripping going on, just leave it behind the desk. Don't bring it to the workbench, because it's no place for that in this hobby, because that's the way you destroy the hobby and give us a bad name. There's a lot of young people out there looking at us, watching us and everything like that, taking notes. So we don't want to be a bad role model to those youngsters. So, and to all the people that are starting out as well, people that are just interested in the hobby and getting their feet wet and going from there. And if anybody has tips, questions, whatever, don't ignore them. Just be a good person, find it in your heart to answer them back. I know how people are busy, people got their lives, to live and whatever, to grow. Just take the time out and answer people. It's not right to ignore people. I've asked so many questions that I've been ignored more than once. So Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So just don't be that kind of person. Anyways, you guys, so until the next video, it's your boy Chaz Custom Auto Cars, and I'm signing out. Peace.